I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. No second guess it, I let it set in. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Ooh, welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. Miley, Jimmer, and Danny G in the house tonight. Feels good to have the crew together tonight. How we doing, boys?
Scale of 1 to 10, about a 3 right now.
3 miles is a
why
little
is that?
sore.
Just feeling a little tired.
A little tired? But don't you got some other stuff going on?
Oh, yeah. Hernia.
Yeah.
Hernia.
That might play into why you're tired, maybe.
Yeah, it might.
We're also going to have to put an OSHA sign up there, Danny, for proper eyewear. Because my man about took his eyeball out.
Oh, yeah.
With his straw.
With the straw.
The metal straw. I'm saving sea turtles out here, guys.
What a
saving
guy.
sea turtles, getting rid of eyes. Let's go.
Yeah, you're going fucking pirate mode over here.
No doubt.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of?
What you got?
Marv's picture that he posts of me on the yearly.
Which one?
The one with the guy that gets arrested and he's got the patch on and it looks like mine.
Yeah, it looks like you. Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome, man. Well, let's get this party popping tonight. Jimmer, what's up out there, man?
So, Russell Wilson, it's being reported by The Athletic, he wanted Pete Carroll and GM John Schneider out prior to his departure in 2022. There's also, and stop me, you probably will stop me, but stop me if we're getting a little too hard here. But there's also like an ESPN post up on about like every coach or a bunch of coaches like critiquing almost every play of Russell Wilson this last season.
Yeah.
Are we starting to get a little like dogpile-ish, even though we know that it's came out as kind of a D-bag?
I know. I hate him, and it makes me want to be like, hold on, guys, relax.
Okay,
like,
I didn't know which way you were going to go.
I'll pile on this all day, but guys, when ESPN starts doing that, I'm going to start taking a different road here.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's getting crazy. It's funny that he wanted Pete Carroll fired and everything. Like, look what happens when you don't have a good coach, bro. Who would they have brought in?
The report is supposedly claiming that he wanted Sean Payton.
Convenient.
But if you go to the actual conversation, he went to Twitter right away to defend himself, to say that never happened. I'm not, whether we believe him or don't believe him, He was very adamant that never once happened. I love Coach Carroll. He was like a dad to me. And I owe nothing but the utmost respect or whatever to the Seahawks, the whole organization. He's like, did I say John Schneider? Yeah, John Schneider took a chance on me and drafted me and gave me my opportunity. There's nothing but love. So I don't know who to believe on this one. I don't know where it came from The Athletic. Don't know where it came from, where they got that information.
Probably Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, it's hard to believe Russ when you hear all the other stuff about him. When you listen to former players and things like that and all the he thought he was more than just a quarterback, right? So he's kind of like, sometimes we wish quarterbacks would say like the right thing. Like, it was my fault we lost and blah, blah, blah. He overdoes that. Like, he overacts like he never, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, kind of sickeningly.
Yeah. So I
like
don't think the Athletic would have reported it.
Is that kind of like someone walking around smiling all the time? Like, fuck you. What are you so happy about? Fuck off.
100%.
Nobody's 100% happy all the time. Knock it off, right?
Yeah.
But like he'd go overzealous with that too. What was that ride? Bronco Country Ride or whatever that was?
Yeah. Let's ride.
What do you think, Miles? Who you believe in here? What's up?
I'm not believing Russell Wilson for a second. He definitely wanted Pete Carroll gone after he found out Pete Carroll wanted to trade him. Or it was either trade or they wanted to draft another quarterback. And he wasn't having any part of it. So they're like, okay, we'll give you one more year, see what happens. He shit the bed. Pete Carroll said, I'm not going anywhere. You are. And then now he's in a good situation now, though. They both are. Pete Carroll he gets to prove how great of a coach he is, which he's done time in and time out. But now you get rid of that. You get rid of Russell Wilson. I mean, that's a win for the Seahawks, first off. And
I forgot there's two Bashers. There's two Bash brothers over here.
and I mean, if you think about it, you know, maybe Russ doesn't think he said it after that concussion he got when he had 5 pounds of dirt in his face mask. He probably forgot. Hey,
It's possible.
oh,
So of the little quarterbacks, though, which concussion was actually worse?
I don't.
Speaking of which, you guys did see Tua, right?
Yeah, he's training for jiu-jitsu. No.
Yep, no, you're right.
To learn
Judo.
how to fall.
Taekwondo.
Judo.
Yeah,
Judo.
Yeah.
Judo to learn how to fall to prevent concussions. Like, you're tiny, dude. That's why you're getting flung. You can't. I don't know how you practice for that.
Yeah, practicing in like a combat sport versus football is a little bit different. You get hit from all sorts of angles in football, you know.
Yep.
I guess it's a matter like if you can learn how to catch yourself so your head doesn't bang on the ground, because that is when you watched him fall every fucking time. His
Every
head
time
bounce,
it just
bounce.
bam,
So
like a
maybe if he
basketball,
could,
right?
yeah, maybe if he could do some neck work and not have that shit bounce, maybe he could do something, but he has to, right?
And land, he does have to, but land on his shoulders that he needs to throw a football with.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, that or brain dead, I guess.
Well, I mean,
But
at least you're making money.
right, I'm with you on one part, and that is that I do think it did happen. I think it happened because word got out that they wanted to get rid of you too. They wanted to trade you. They wanted to move on. Didn't start over with a new quarterback, right? So I actually do kind of believe it, right?
Yeah.
What I am getting tired of, though, just like I so alluded, was that this piling on shit. Like, there's like. Besides Aaron Rodgers, when he said that we didn't consider controversial, but when he said some of those controversial things during the COVID season about misleading the media, he didn't even get trounced down as much as Russell is.
Okay, hold on.
In a short period of time, he did.
But he licked toads and won MVPs.
But yeah, he also didn't play as bad as Russ did this year.
Well, which season? Like the last couple, yes, but he had that. He's had down seasons also.
This bad though.
Right.
Not this bad.
This
Russ
was.
Got traded for the house and played this bad.
Yes,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean? That's where I think that's where the difference is. I get what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, Rodgers didn't get criticized as much, especially after the season started. It died off, right? You didn't hear shit about it other than like Stephen A. or something stupid. But yeah, I get where you're going though.
He had a stellar last few games as a quarterback. I think it was more like 3, but we'll go ahead and you can say 2 if you want. That's fine.
Yeah.
But when did they fire? When did they fire their coach?
I think it would have been 3, but I think Russ was hurt one of them. I think that's why it was 2.
Okay.
But I know what you're saying. He played. What did he have? 6 touchdowns towards the end.
Yep.
Big game with his boy.
Yeah. Then he had 4, and then 2, and then he had 2 interceptions between those games too. But we'll see what happens eventually, which we've conceded to that part. Like, we're not going to debate that anymore with that. But the dog piling is getting a little extreme. We've seen the guys go just every little thing. Like, now we're critiquing every single throw and every play now. And that's what I'm getting at. I'm like, when have we done that for anyone except for maybe a Cowboys quarterback?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and that also depends on who you are too. Because if you're Troy Aikman, you get in the Hall of Fame.
Did you see where Aaron Rodgers went and do like 4 days of complete darkness?
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful transition, my friend.
Well, guess who is booking it? I'm gonna do it.
You're doing it?
I've been in contact with him.
Have you really?
Yeah.
So let me read the news story and then go on with your thing. Seriously, I want to hear about this. The reason why I want to say the news story is I'm going to also give the details of what this went with, right? So Aaron Rodgers has left Oregon facility, ending his darkness retreat. The 300-square-foot room is partially underground structure, absent of light.
He had light though.
Well, I'll get to that. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
So absent of light, with a queen-size bed, bathroom, and a meditation mat. Now, there is a light switch in there, so you can, if you want to, turn the light on. But 300 square feet, nothing else to do. Obviously, it appeals to someone, so that half-ass answers the question. I was going to ask, does that appeal to you at all? But, Miles, go on yours right now.
Well, so this is going to be way off subject, but do you remember the painter guy on TV, Happy Trees?
Yeah.
How he was a lieutenant in, like, the military and, like, or a...
Bob.
Bob, yeah.
Oh, my.
It's there.
The afro you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yep.
So, like, he screamed, like, what? A ridiculous amount of time. Always just screaming at people. And he decided, I don't want to do that anymore. And so he changed his life. I don't know if he did meditating, but painting was his way to get rid of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm not saying that he did anything of this nature, but when I look at that, I'm thinking I could change. If I was in isolation for 4 days, I don't think I would make it the 4 days, first off. But I think you would discover yourself in a higher sense. Like, what is that called? Not like the third eye, but like your
The Illuminati.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It is the third eye, though.
Yeah. Like, so they say
They talk about it in Marvel quite often.
your brain, when you dream, that is literally your brain repeating everything that you've seen at a point in time in your life. So, like, here I am, I could be dreaming about, let's just go Jeepers Creepers, the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scary as shit. Here we are just chilling, flying around with Goku. Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, sorry to ramble on here, but what I'm getting at, I would love to do it to maybe discover myself.
Okay.
Maybe, I can't think what it's like.
Well, I know you were down for that. What that was, that the senseless
The butt chug?
Sensory deprivation tank.
sensory deprivation. Oh, the butt chug's happening.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's
Do it.
happening. That's happening before your meditation period.
I could do it there. Yeah, I'm not doing the sensory thing. That's out.
That's out.
I'm not paying $400 for them to lock me in this thing for 10 seconds and me freak the fuck out.
I don't think it's not that expensive, bro.
Oh, it's not?
No. You could get in there for like 20 minutes. It's probably $60.
But have you seen this Hobbit hole?
I haven't seen where Rogers is going. No.
Oh yeah, it's just like
It's got to be pretty similar, I would think.
It's just like it's a hole in the ground. You take top off, you go in, it's a mound, and I haven't got to see the inside of it. But anyways, I messaged them trying to get in it.
I do think it'd be good for people. We are, you mentioned sensory deprivation. That's kind of what that is,
That's
right?
what I was looking at. Yeah.
That's kind of what that is, right? No light, no other people talking to you. The only time anybody interacts with you is when they open the thing and give you food, right, throughout the day. So you just have nothing but your thoughts, right? And we're overstimulated to beat hell every day, all day, with nothing but noise and everything, just shit going on. So I think an idea like that is definitely good for people. Maybe not everybody, but I think it could be good for people.
Does it interest you?
No, I don't think I could do 4 days. I'd do the sensory deprivation tank for sure. Probably lose my mind, but I would try that. Yeah.
So you can do 4 days, and then you have to use a day to adjust.
You'd have to, right?
Yeah.
Especially if there's no light. That'd be so hard to come back from.
Yeah, if you went the 100% route, like no light, no nothing, dude, I don't know. I'm not saying it doesn't half intrigue me. I just don't know if I could last 4 days. You can if you're in prison and you get in a fight and you're put in solitary confinement. It's kind of the same thing. You might be able to hear something, but minimal lights to no light.
Yeah.
You get somewhere to sleep. They do, I'm sure you get Bible and stuff like that, but maybe it's a little less. But there's a lot less sodomy in that place, I'm sure, the Oregon one.
I would think.
Because those are rooms by yourself. I wonder if you're allowed to
Bigfoot.
go with a couple. Wouldn't that defeat the purpose?
Yeah, you just be bitching the whole time.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. You go crazy.
You want to talk about sensory deprivation? We be in here banging the whole time, and then wake up.
Hey, maybe you need it. Maybe you got kids. You're trying to get away. No interruptions. Let's get it for 4 days
That's
straight.
why my basement's coming along.
When do we find out if he's done. He's out now. He said he'd give some version of an answer. What are you thinking?
Well, first off, I'm mad that he booked a week and only made it 4 days.
No, it was 4 days. It was a 4-day retreat. 4 days, 4 nights.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
he only did it 4. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know, man. History. I gotta go by history, right? I think it drags. We won't know shit. I think he ends up staying in Green Bay though.
Now that you mention it, was it supposed to be 7 days? I know the article right now was supposed to. It said 4 days, 4 nights. So I don't know if it was that he only stayed 4 days, 4 nights, and it was supposed to be 7.
Yeah. So I had read that it was 7, but I didn't want to correct you because I didn't know 100%.
No, now that you mention it like that, the last time that I kind of said that he was going to go into it, I thought it did say 7 days.
Because they were expecting him out like today.
Yeah. So he made it 4. Yeah. You said you couldn't make it 4.
No, I would book for 4, but I wouldn't make 4.
I can make it like a day and a half, 2 days, just because I'm sleeping most of the time.
I could probably make 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. I bet you I sleep almost half that shit
Yeah.
between the 2 days.
I think what would mess with me the most is not knowing
Or
anything.
no fic fap.
No fake fat.
No fic fap.
No.
No
I'm
Google?
No, dude. My brain's gonna give me all those videos right back.
In your sleep?
I'm not gonna need no phone.
Now, do Google anytime you have a question. When you start getting into your mind and you have Google to answer, you're the Google guy.
It'd be like the beginning of that Big Bang Theory, like when the newspaper's rolling. You know what I'm talking about? Every Google page would be going through my head.
No shit. Yeah. You know, Jimmer, you mentioned jail a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think your next topic might involve somebody who could end up in jail.
That it does. This is kind of a weird scenario that I can't believe has actually happened. Okay. So Alabama coach Nate Oates defends letting his freshman star forward actually, Brandon Miller, continue to play amid serious allegations, saying, "We have been taking it very seriously since day one." Just the other night, I think it was 2 nights ago, dropped 42 and the game winner. He's being accused of bringing the weapon to his teammate for his teammate to give it to the dude that was in the vehicle with him to shoot a young lady.
Oh.
So there's been plenty of conversation on this, but we haven't chatted about it. And that's all that's important, is when we chat about it. I want to know, is it right? Is it right? And would you do it? Would you let him play?
Go ahead, Miles.
There's a lot to be asked, though. But if I'm a gun owner, I'm going to say a privileged gun owner, or somebody, has a license and everything, went about it the right way or the wrong way, don't really care. You give somebody a gun, that risk is all on you.
He supposedly, the way I understand it, and I could be wrong, the way I understand it is that he was contacted by that dude to bring him like their gun, not as in Brandon Miller's gun. He's the one that just delivered the gun because they're like teammates, roommates, whatever the scenario. He just brought it to them.
No. Then no.
Then know what?
If you ask me to bring you your gun, I'm going to bring you your gun. It is your gun.
Okay.
Do I know what you're going to do with this gun, though?
Don't know. I don't know. That's what they're going through court for. So that's the reason why I'm asking you, do you let him play? Because you've already suspended his teammate who is charged in this.
Did she die?
Yes.
Then neither of them play.
Yeah, it's not even a question. You do this for the kid's good, not your good. And in my opinion, I haven't heard anybody talk about this, so I don't know what people are saying. But right now you're letting him play because he's a stud, and he's going to keep you guys going. And I think they're the number 1 seed, it looks like, in the fucking tournament and everything. You're only playing him for one reason. But right now, you should be looking out for his best interest. If he's innocent, cool. Keep him off the radar. Just have him go home, chill for a while till things get resolved, then bring him back if everything's good. Mm-hmm. You don't keep letting him play. No.
You know what it reminds me of? Wasn't it that Oregon had a hell of a wide receiver, and then that chick, she came out like years later and said, yes, I completely lied. I ruined this guy's career. Ha, ha, ha. Do you think some of that comes into effect now? Like, are they scared to watch a stud ruin his career over he said, she said?
I think this is different, though. It's not a matter of ruining anybody's career. It's a matter of actually protecting the kid from, because, like, okay, you let him play now. Maybe he looks okay, whatever, but he's going to have to be dealing with all that shit while he plays.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about that.
That's more of what I'm thinking. I'm not even worried about the career factor yet. He's a freshman, right? So your goal as the coach, you need to be able to, in this situation, it's not always to protect the kids. It's not, because they're fucking adults. But you need to be able to protect them and be like, listen, we need to just figure this out. If you're good, man. Then you come back, you play, you ball out, everything's great. But, man, it puts a bad taste in my mouth knowing that he hasn't playing right now.
You nailed that, actually. That's 100% right.
Coach said we feel like we've done the right thing in this case. So I'm going to leave it at that with Greg's comments, which I assume is their AD. Miller's name was mentioned in testimony Tuesday by investigator Brandon Culpepper as having driven the vehicle containing the gun used in the shooting to his then teammate Darius Miles, who had asked Miller to bring him the weapon. What I'm not seeing on here, though, R.I.P. to the young lady who I know we brought her up before, Jamia Janae Harris.
Yeah.
23-year-old, and it wasn't that far from the campus either. But I'm not seeing on here where there's any, like, it isn't like you're seeing like a text or anything that says that. Not on this one, at least. I'm not saying that, like, how you attach him to this. If it was just words, I don't know if that's the case. I'm with you on the other part. I didn't think about it like that either. So you should protect the kid. Now that you mentioned it, you should. And because I was going to go, you shouldn't let him play for different other reasons. Because of the ongoing case in general. Not necessarily to protect him, which makes me kind of a shitbag. But I think of it like that. But because I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. That's the reason why I'm saying you don't take a scholarship away. Like, you can still go attend class and stuff like that. You need to stay out of the limelight. You need to stay out of the, shit like that. And we'll find out. The other side of me says that the university has to know something. And what I mean by that is that they're like a nut hair on size compared to the NFL. But the NFL knows when you do something bad before the law enforcement does.
Yeah.
They do. The money that they have and all the investigators they have, they know more than the cops know. NCAA and these universities aren't much further off because they try to save face too.
Yeah. Right?
I think they know a little bit of something. I just think they're doing it the wrong way. Kind of going back to what you're saying about, like, protecting him. Maybe they should focus on that. If you know that he didn't do anything wrong, or there's no proof that he did, and you're trying to stick with there's no proof he did, we're innocent until proven guilty, he gets to play, that's okay. I could think of it like that. But
who's he play for?
Bama.
We could be seeing NIL coming into effect on that. They could have gave him a piss pile of money to come there, and you're going to fucking play.
Yeah, I mean, that could be, that's definitely, I think, there's a reason they've got him playing instead of not.
Well, 42 points in a game winner isn't just for anybody, like, that doesn't, so obviously he knows how to play basketball.
Yeah, I think in, like, it's weird how they do this, man, case by case, right? So somebody could be accused of, whether it's sexual assault or even some shit like Michael Irvin, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say it's something like that. They could be totally kicked off the team. even though it's a he said, she said, like Miles said a little bit ago. This somebody died. This dude was at the very least in the vehicle driving it while it happened. And if he did bring the gun, what do you expect is going to happen when you bring this gun to go for a little fucking joyride? There's zero chance in my mind that he didn't know something fucked up was going to happen. Mm-hmm. So let's say, even with all that said, he's innocent, right? Now all the media is going to talk about is this kid's connected to it and he's still playing basketball. They're going to beat the shit out of him while this goes on. Even if maybe there's a shot that he is innocent in this whole thing. You got to block that shit from him. Send him away. Fucking go home. Do whatever. Don't let him play. Take your hit. Take your fucking loss. You're not going to go as far in the tournament. Okay, you know what? You're doing the right thing at least.
Right. Absolutely. You can sleep a little bit better at night.
Yeah.
Speaking of sleeping a little better at night, Danny G got me looking a little too much into a train derailment in Ohio. Hooked. So last article, there's a bunch of articles coming out now. Investigations going into it. 43, last time I seen, 43,000. However you want to put it, aquatic life dead.
That's
in
what they
the
know
surrounding
about.
area.
Yeah.
That's what they know about. You know, citizens and people are already complaining of sickness, not feeling well. All this, and you mentioned that FEMA wasn't going to be going there or contributing. It said they're not sending any money.
Yep, they said that railway, like East Ohio or whatever the hell they are, they have to pay for everything. It's not a FEMA disaster, which is bullshit. So. Yeah,
and 24 hours before that train derailment, OSHA changed their guidelines on how to handle that hazard. They were never supposed to burn it. It was never supposed to be burned, and they burned it. Mm-hmm. Which I don't care, you know, that they did what they thought was right. Fuck us, though, right? Fuck everybody in Ohio, I guess, apparently. So the crazy thing about all this now, I thought it'd only bring the pH of the water up, you know, down. Whatever. It did something. It changed the pH of the water, right? We can all agree on that. Mm-hmm. But doesn't Earth will find a way to filter that out?
Yes.
Over
time.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, like Earth's going to filter us out eventually, but we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Right.
Hey,
the ground has a natural filter. Like
yes.
When you spill, it's everything. It doesn't just absorb and shit like that. It does, but all the rocks, everything underneath us, it's like a filtration system. I'm not saying it's perfect. It takes time, shit like that, but yes.
And I think right now that's probably the least thing we should be worried about. Mm-hmm. Like, we should be buying bottled water, hands down. All of us should be. I'm not going to, though. I like the Culligan man. Anyways, I have one more for you guys.
I wasn't quite done with that one.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Not
I cut you
quite
off.
done.
I like conspiracy. I'm sorry.
So there's so many things that this little thing offshoots. So for instance, Danny probably did see it, but if he didn't, maybe I give him a little news buster. The water that was used to basically put the fire out and the contamination and all that shit, right? That's getting shipped down to Houston to get buried down there.
What?
Yeah. Well, look it up. I swear to God. Normal news source too. Not digging down some fucking rabbit hole one. No conspiracy one. It was like CNN or something like that. It's getting shipped down to Houston, Texas, to get buried down there, to be for the sanitation to be taken care of down there. Make any sense?
No, it doesn't make any sense. What I don't understand is this shit is we basically nuked that area, right? What the chemicals, it was all liquid. So I know this because I sold shit like this before, but you can, in fire departments, use it and stuff like that for like oil spills and that. Mm-hmm. There's like these foam pellets basically that you throw in and it absorbs all the oil, all the liquid, whatever it is. Why didn't we just fucking fly a plane, dump that shit, let it absorb everything? That way we're not spreading it with water because that's only going to make it worse anyhow. Mm-hmm. And then we pick it up with a fucking bulldozer and then we figure out what to do with it. Mm-hmm. Instead, they not only tried to do that with water, but then they used fucking... they burned it. You know what I mean? Yep. Like every step of this was fucked up. It's like at no point was common sense used. The
federal authorities and all that shit, FEMA is
salute
flirting with it.
We love our federal government.
All due respect. Yeah. Wasn't getting involved until rumblings of a former president saying that he was gonna go make an appearance there. Is that just coincidence? You see that too?
Up. Yeah, he showed up before anybody. I think our current president, where was he? Across the world for some reason. On a surprise visit.
Oh, man, he shit his bed again.
Yeah. You know where he was, right?
I have no idea. Probably in a spy balloon headed to China.
Over in Ukraine.
Oh, that's a great place to be. Oh, wait.
Bringing them money. Secretively like there, but then like cameras on there.
700 trillion? Or is it billion? Like something ridiculous.
Way too much money,
yeah.
But no money to one of our states that's going through it.
You got any more of that Coke guy?
It's insane, man.
You fucking Biden.
We're in the stronghold. We're in the strong arm of it, though.
We're in the stronghold?
Nothing. No, we're at the point. There's nothing you can do, even if the people that
Two white chest.
We're for it, not against it, whatever the scenario. Even if they turned and they're like, you know what, this dude's fucking bonkers. This whole administration, this shit is getting out of hand. There's nothing you can do. It's already like this. We're in a chokehold, baby. What is that? What do you call it? A rear naked choke. It's locked. It's locked in.
We got the STFU going on.
But
John
Cena. I had to touch a little bit because you got me, like, you sent me a couple things and then I started I typed it in, started reading some shit. I'm like, fuck. God.
So while I've been on medical leave here, I've became a ranked player on Call of Duty. And by ranked, I mean I'm like dead last, but let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm playing Call of Duty. And you know how I change my voice on there. You know, I gotta hang with the homies.
Hold on, yeah. Let me tell this more than anything. Let me set you up here. Yeah. Playing with this dude online, and I swear to God, if you ever made fun of me for like changing how I act around anybody, this is the worst case I've ever seen. If it's a young kid who's talking shit, you know, like they have their squeaky voice and shit like that, this dude ages himself down and talks just like him. I swear to God, yeah, brother. You know, yeah, my mom and dad. He starts saying, my mom and dad isn't home either. You know, shit like that. But you start getting a little, ghetto.
You get the brothers on there, man.
Yeah. Dude changes into like the southern accent version of it so hard.
Oh, let's go. Dude, I'm hanging.
And they're embracing him. I'm not saying he ain't making fun of him, but he just like changes his personality as he's going and playing with new team. Because you go on there, you play DMZ or Battle Royale, you have a couple of different teammates. Oh, he just all of a sudden he makes fucking friends, but he has like it's almost like he grew up with them.
I did.
That's hilarious.
No matter where it is.
I'm in their fucking living room right now. Listen. Between hearing people's fire detectors go off on that game and all the amount of bong rips everybody takes on there, which is insanely crazy for something that's not legal everywhere.
I heard my first blowjob on there last night.
Jeez. Did you?
I did.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was like, this one dude was like talking about, he's like, I believe it because the dude was very nonchalant. Because it was like one of his buddies that was saying, I bet you're getting a blowjob from that fucking chick right now, aren't you? He's like, it fucking happens all the time. He's like, I wasn't going to say nothing, but I guess I put the fucking headset down there for a second and just fucking. I'm like, either that or it was the best fake I've ever. Maybe it could have very well been. But there was no chuckling from him. It isn't like he was like, no, he was like kind of like laid back stone type, but he's like, and it was fucking, I was like, what the fuck am I listening to right now?
Jesus.
I tell you what, you play Fortnite, you hear the parents bitching at the kids. You play Call of Duty, you got the kids bitching at the parents.
True.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
I love it. So you became ranked. How do you become ranked?
I'm not
Miles?
ranked.
There's ranked play on there now.
There is.
I did see that.
Yeah, so you just
Yeah.
play. That's all you do.
Oh,
I ain't
okay.
touching that. I did get on streamers. I was with a pair of husband and wife, maybe, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. They were streamers. I keep dying in this lobby. I keep getting brought back instantly. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
The new game mode.
I go to, Resurgence. I go to the scoreboard. I have 0 kills, 0 redeploys, meaning I didn't bring any of my teammates back. They have 40 and 30. And we still haven't won yet.
Shit.
These guys suck.
I get so I have played it. It's kind of interesting actually. Like
so
it
sweet.
definitely fills into the ADHD mode. You don't have to wait long. It isn't like when you die you have to, if they can bring you back if you want to watch, or you go wait for the next match, kick yourself out, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's like 30 seconds, maybe up to 40 seconds tops. But if your teammates get kills, you get that even sooner. You get redeployed.
Oh, okay.
So
It is.
basically, I just camp around and I have like 30 redeploys on a regular basis. I may have like only 2 kills or something like that, but not too bad.
I'm just swimming around the whole map waiting for the last 2 people. And then I die.
And then he dies. No doubt. So I do have, going back to sports-related stuff, right? Do you know what quarterback is absolutely flying up the odds list
Jared
for
Goff.
the NFL draft? No, for the NFL draft this year.
Shit.
I do believe it'd be, I can't remember his first name. It'd be
Not
one
Pickett?
Richardson from Florida.
Yeah, bro.
Who?
Would you see the
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson. There you go. I've been seeing. Who did I see? Interesting comparison.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen-esque. He doesn't look like quite the stature, but
Listen to his odds, Miles. So it opened at plus 10,000
Oh, man.
to be the first quarterback drafted, right? Last week, plus 5,000. Yesterday, plus 1,500. As of today, it's plus 750. He is flying up the odds, man. And so
Of getting
where
drafted
just being drafted first as a quarterback. Now listen to this though. So originally the top 3 were like Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and then that Levis or
yep.
whatever, right? And then maybe Hooker from Tennessee. So Anthony Richardson wasn't up. He's probably top 10, but he wasn't up there.
Yep.
Right now, Bryce is at minus 125. So it seems like he's probably the dude, right?
Yep.
C.J. Stroud is plus 230. So Anthony Richardson right now, and so also I guess Levis is plus 500 right now. So Anthony Richardson could crack the top 3 quarterbacks very easily in the next couple days. The way he's flying up.
Insane. That's insane. From you, when we were talking about quarterbacks coming coming into the league this year, and teams that were waiting for their future quarterback out of this draft, I'm sorry, not a single one of us was saying Anthony Richardson, right? I mean, most of us couldn't quite remember at this table. Could not remember the Kentucky name quarterback, but we said the Kentucky quarterback. That's what we were saying, right?
Yep.
And then Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. That's what you're waiting on, and it's insane that he's flying up that quick. I thought it was insane anyways to see. I've been seeing, it's mock draft season, which I'll be getting my first one out here soon. But I've been seeing an insane amount of them having Levis go number 1. I thought that was insane. So if Anthony Richardson goes up there,
What's crazy to me is
plus 10,000 up to what? Plus what?
750.
Jeez.
So it's like, what are you seeing outside of the games that have already been played?
And they haven't even done.
You know what I mean?
And they haven't done anything. There hasn't been a pro day yet. There hasn't been the scouting combine, which I don't know if you guys knew this, but the NFLPA is trying to get rid of that.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste.
I think it makes people overthink shit.
Yeah. Well, which is exactly what we're talking about. Like, what
Right.
you've seen him play. How did they change this much? Like,
Yeah.
I get people change a few spots here or there, but what do you think of Miles?
I'm thinking Anthony Dick sacrificed a lamb and sat in a triangle and gave his soul to the Illuminati.
Holy shit.
Well, his last name's Richardson, so I just,
Yeah.
I cut it short. I cut it short.
Yeah.
Give him a nickname.
That change is so wild just from a week basically, right?
And whoever bet on him,
At plus 10,000.
Yeah,
Vegas has got to be out for a cash payout right now for them, right?
I would think so.
I would like those odds.
Yeah.
I would have never took them.
Yeah.
Dude, if you were ballsy enough to throw 100 on that at one point, they got to be offering you what? They got to be offering you $2-3 grand.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, we're not gonna roll the dice here.
But that is for the number 1 pick, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, the first quarterback taken,
Oh,
right? Is
yeah.
that what we said?
touche.
First,
You're right. It is
first quarterback taken.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not even the number 1 pick, which it probably would be the number 1 pick because every team's searching for one, unless the Bears didn't give up the number 1 pick.
Yep.
So, which
Man, I got to say something real fast since we're on the NFL and quarterbacks. I was hoping you were going the Jared Goff route, but do you see players wanting to go play with Jared Goff now? Tyreek Hill commenting he would love to go play for Jared Goff.
that's because he sees Tua as like in a fucking head casket or some
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
He didn't want to play with Teddy and shit.
Yeah, he's like, all right. So we've seen enough of Teddy.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Yeah.
nuts, like hearing that guy be spoken so highly about.
Well, we'll go ADHD mode. We'll just bounce around everywhere. The insanity of Derek Carr. You've seen that. Obviously, he's already met with the Saints. He's already met with the Jets, and three unknown teams. Unknown teams have been evidently pounding down his door.
His back door.
Could be. Could very well be. I'm thinking it's going to end up being the Jets.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think it's going to be.
Because I think they did say, like, you could be a Hall of Fame quarterback if you won a Super Bowl with us, type of a thing. Because it's New York, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you go to the Jets? They're so talented.
Yep.
But I think
the Jets. There's reports the Jets have reached out to the Packers about Aaron Rodgers trade.
San Francisco.
San Fran for who?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, well, you did see Purdy's shit got pushed back, right? Because of swelling, his surgery.
He's Mr. Irrelevant.
I don't know where else. Yeah, I don't know where else, man. 'Cause he looks like he's only looking for like $35 million a year, which isn't crazy for a quarterback right now.
No.
So, shit, dude. Where do you think he goes?
I would be shocked if it's not. I'd be shocked if it wasn't the Jets. I could see the Saints, but he's got to look at that situation. Like, you're not going to be able to keep this talent around me. You guys are so far in the hole. And you got to pay me. He's not going to take a discount. I mean, he's not, by the looks of it, he's not asking for super rich. He's asking for like $35 million a year.
Yeah.
Which is more than reasonable, right? I mean, when quarterbacks are going for $50 million, right? So you're not going to be able to keep all that except for Olave, basically. And the defense isn't going to be there because you have to let some of the shit go. You can't keep passing $56 million in the red down the line.
Yeah.
Right? So it's got to be the Jets with the most sense. I think they have all the talent in the world if they pay him and they give him the years because he wants to just be treated with respect. That's what he wants. The Jets come to the table with 4 or 5 year deal, $35 million. Fuck, make it all fully guaranteed. 4 years, fully guaranteed, $35 million. Why wouldn't you?
Most of it up front, just fucking knock it out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you know, just show him the respect. That's what he wants, and give him and they have all the pieces right there, right? And they already were. The laughing stock was gone this year, right? By the end of the year, you add him.
Yeah, with the Bills being so up and down.
Yeah.
And Miami, who knows with Tua, you could win that division easy. You could roll, man. Yeah.
Caleb Williams has been talking about going to Miami. You see that? USC's quarterback. They're talking about his dream scenario, like where he would want to go. He's like, you know, I like young coaches. I like
Dude.
I like a lot of the talent they have there. Start naming off the receivers, of course, Waddle and Tyreek and someone else. I'd probably go with the Dolphins. Are we just all burying Tua? We're burying him.
Yeah.
Done.
He's learning Taekwondo.
No shit, dude.
He's going to be the next Bruce Lee.
Taekwondo.
No doubt, man.
Throwing needles.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the NFL, dude. I think there's going to be a lot of wild shit. There even is some, like, rumors about if San Francisco reached out, Tom Brady might be like, fuck it, I'm coming over.
Don't do that to me again.
You know, there's a lot of crazy shit. We don't know what's going to happen with Rodgers. It's the draft, obviously. Oh, in Lamar, since we're going down the rabbit hole, did you see what they like legit came out with? Like they offered him $130 million guaranteed. Wasn't even close.
No,
to what he wanted.
That's low ball. Let's beat up on my non-favorite commentator or sports analyst. He made this comment today, yesterday, whatever it was, Mr.
Stephen A. Smith.
He put the comment out there that they let me get the exact one. I don't want to hose you guys and the exact verbiage that he used.
He did one of these.
What? What?
He's so bad.
Well, he did. Well, he does that blasphemy thing quite a bit too.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. Let's see. HB.
Is that a Greek goddess?
Where's he at?
He likes to look at the dictionary and just use big words.
Yeah.
You think he writes down like 3 big words he has to use the show?
100%.
Yeah. James Carr. C-A-R.
C-A-R-R. God, now I'm not seeing the thing. It's standoff. There's that one. Where's what? Because he basically says, it's ridiculous that they lowball him. Break down how they would structure deal. It wasn't just that they lowballed. They, God damn it! I wanted the exact line so I could tell you. Because they should be ashamed of themselves and some shit like that. Basically, is what he was saying. And I was like, hold on a second. This man is injured all the time. You at least have to, first off, you have to be careful what you give it, because he's talking about giving him the normal money, the normal going rate money. Like, hold on. If you're the organization, if you ran any one of the NFL teams, let's say you have it perfectly set up like they do for him, wouldn't it make you hesitate a little bit to hand him over $50 million guaranteed?
This is so I'm with you. I get where you're going. Yep. This is the problem they set themselves up with. They did all of this. It's all designed around him. And when he's there, they are fucking one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
The problem is the way they use him, he does get dinged up, right?
Yep.
So you're in between a rock and a hard place because you need him. You absolutely need him. There's only one other player, we've talked about this many times, that potentially could do what he does. But he is that valuable to your team. He should be one of the top paid quarterbacks. But also he couldn't go somewhere else, I don't think, and do what he's doing there. You know what I mean? So it's because it's such a good fit for both of them. That's why it's hard.
His exact statement was, Lamar's durability is question mark, but no excuse for low ball offers. That's what I was going to go at, there is an excuse for low ball offers. There is. Like, you're worried about the injury history. I don't know if I'd insult the man with going down that low. That's a little bit. But maybe you try to flirt with like that, I don't know, $42 million range for 4 years or something like that. You know, I'm not saying you're not worth $50 million. I don't know.
You know who fucked it up for everybody though? Is Carolina, or not Carolina, Cleveland.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Right. So there's a conspiracy behind that too. But it's like if they didn't give him that much guaranteed, nobody else would be asking for it.
Yep.
But that's what happened. I mean, Lamar probably would fucking be okay with like a 40, 42, like you're saying, right? But shit, somebody else is already getting more than that. I'm getting at least that.
Yeah. That's the reason why someone needs to sign Derek Carr, like, screw him real quick, because he's doing already a cheap, the report is that's already a cheap deal anyway, $35 million. If some of these guys get paid and you start taking care of them right now, like you can start taking care of them, Joe Burrow, there's another one, and then Lamar. That $35 million, he'll be like, you know what? I was giving you a discount. Might be looking more at like $40 million.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
But
I think the Ravens just need to drop every running back on their roster and not pay them and just pay him 2 positions. There you go, Lamar. You win.
Bring in.
No.
I think they kind of already do for the most part. They don't bring in. They bring in running backs at the end of their career, so from league minimum.
Yeah.
And then rookies. Rookies are on rookie deals, right? So it's not ridiculously expensive. They're not paying
It's true.
They're not paying a Zeke bill. They're not paying what we pay for Dalvin Cook. Who was the other one? Aaron Jones. They're not paying anyone like an Aaron Jones type esque. Not even that. I mean, he's not even that high, but they're not even doing that.
Are you purposely saying every name of everybody on the move this year?
Aaron Jones is there.
Could be. Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Man, I don't know. Anyway, I believe as we start to wrap her up, brother, you have a story for us tonight.
I do. I'm going to omit names. Okay?
Can I say something real fast?
Yep.
Hey, if you run a red light and you get smoked, make sure your Facebook doesn't say, yellow light? No, green light.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that dude, piece of shit.
Yeah, that actually is a little cute. Makes sense if you don't think about it, actually.
Fucking Dick Wade. Speed limit 80-ish.
Ish.
The fuck? All right, go ahead.
No, actually, we leave it with that one right there. It makes sense if you don't think about it right
That
there.
is good, Miles.
That's
yeah.
I don't think you meant for it to be like that. I think you just meant for it to be like, this is stupid.
Dude is a dick. Listen. Do you want to know something fucked up, Danny? Insurance calls me about this wreck, right? Don't get me started about the cops. They motherfucked me on all of that. Anyways, this dude, they call in the insurance as a different driver, not thinking I'm going to get the police report. Because my insurance is clearly going to go after his. She's like, sir, this incident doesn't match up. I'm looking at the police report. What are you looking at? There's a police report. This was a 2-vehicle wreck.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, I don't know what this dude did, but kudos to you, I guess, but you're a dick.
Do they think it was Miles versus Gregory?
They think it was Gregory versus Kansas City.
Versus Street Post or something?
No,
Jesus.
I don't know what happened with. So this dude doesn't have a driver's license in the report. He's got it revoked.
Luke was saying something along the lines of you must have told him that that dude might have used his dad's name or something like that.
Yeah, they used whoever insurance it was
There you
under.
go. Yeah, okay.
But it's the car's in somebody else's name. Dude, it's just a mess. I just told my insurance. I said, you know what? We're fixing.
The dude should be thankful anyway that it's only that, because they were looking for a car similar to that one that was involved in a shooting 20 minutes before that.
Man.
We just out here saving them.
Is this that Red Kingdom down there? Is that what we're talking about? Huh?
There's many different phases.
No
many
shit.
different phases.
Fucking city. I'll tell you what, though.
Goddamn
I will
show.
tell you what. When the cops take 40 minutes to get 3 blocks down the road, and your first words out of your mouth were, "What the fuck took you so long?" And they go, "We're dealing with a shooting."
This is the least of our worries.
You should probably shut up instead of saying it again.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. But anyways, I'm just saying.
Those ones right there were pretty cool. They're like, this is the least of our worries. I think they were looking for the other dude. They didn't even mean to stumble into it. Like, they weren't the ones that were supposed to show up, I don't think.
What if he was the shooter? Here's 5'4" Jessica getting out just screaming at him like, "Oh my, you got to make sure he's all right." And he goes in the car. He's going in the glove box.
No
It's just his insurance card. Calm down, people.
Then it's a mess.
I'm
man.
sorry.
They actually turned into a bigger. It makes sense if you don't think about it. God damn, what a mess down there.
Yeah.
My truck. Look
That
at
whole
it.
town is a shithole.
Agreed.
No river towns for Jimmer.
Yeah.
None of
I'm
them.
away.
100%.
I'm done.
Well, that's about it. Let's start to wrap this bitch up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you beautiful people out there happen to find us on the interwebs, be sure to like, subscribe, share, the whole 9 yards. We'd love to get some feedback and really grow our community here. But speaking of that, Jimmer, where's the podcast available?
Anywhere and everywhere podcasts are available. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Let's go, baby. And we'd love to tell a good story. We go off on tangents all the time during the podcast. So we'd love to hear yours too. But, Miley, what should they do if they want to tell us a story?
You should connect to me.
Ooh, connect.
We can speak telepathically, and nobody has to know your name in the DMs, and then we tell your story. It's that simple.
It is.
Give
that
me a
simple.
story, damn it.
Let's go. Tell
gotta-
us a good story. We love to talk.
We're going to end on words of wisdom.
What are your words of wisdom, Miles?
Think positive, P negative, baby.
Think positive, P negative. I love it, baby.
Not bad.
I love it. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is 3 Geek Sports.
We out.
out.